Respected brothers and sisters, the miracles of Surah Al-Fatiha, whose blessing protects believers from life-threatening illnesses, are explained. Surah Fatiha is known as Surah Al-Shifa as it is a cure for every illness, including spiritual ailments. It is considered one of the strongest antidotes to diseases of the soul, including the evil eye. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said that Surah Al-Fatiha is a medicine for every illness. Surah Fatiha is a supplication that Allah has taught to his people. The Holy Prophet said, "There is no such surah in the Torah, Psalms, Injil, and the Holy Quran." The remembrance of Allah gives peace to the hearts. If the prayer is not asked to Allah, then Allah becomes angry. Surah Fatiha is extremely useful for magic and jinn. Surah Fatiha is best for patients with madness, epilepsy, schizophrenia, and cancer.
In this surah, people have been advised to pray like this: O Allah, we worship only you and only ask for your help. O Allah, show us the straight path. O Allah, guide us the path of those on whom your award has come, and do not guide us to the path of those on whom your wrath has come. Without God's help we can neither succeed in this world nor succeed in the hereafter, so God's help is sought. At the end of this surah, you should say Ameen. If your Ameen matches the Ameen of the angels, then your prayer is immediately accepted and your previous sins are forgiven.
The reciting of this surah with full humbleness and belief between the sunnah and farz of Namazi Fajr 41 times and blowing it on water and giving it to any patient, the patient will get well soon.
One well-known story tells of a blind man who came to the Prophet, peace be upon him, seeking a cure for his blindness. The Prophet in response advised the man to perform ablution and then recite Surah Fatiha. The blind man followed the advice of the Prophet, peace be upon him. After some time, his vision was miraculously restored.
The great Islamic scholar Imam Shafi is associated with the healing power of Surah Al-Fatiha. He once visited a man who was seriously ill. The man had not responded to any medical treatment. Imam Shafi recited Surah Al-Fatiha and blew on the sick man, who subsequently experienced a phenomenal recovery.
Muslims have sometimes written Surah Fatiha on amulets, which are worn as a form of protection against illness and harm. These amulets are believed to carry the healing and protection powers of Surah Al-Fatiha.
Another story tells of a companion of the Prophet, peace be upon him, who was given poisoned food. He recited Surah Al-Fatiha over the food, and it is said that he did not suffer any harm from the poison, illustrating the belief in Surah Al-Fatiha's protective qualities.
A non-Muslim married woman lived in an Arab tribe. Once she heard that a surah was revealed to the last prophet of Al-Hazrat Muhammad, whose name is Surah Fatiha, in which there is healing from every disease. She learnt this surah. This woman discovered that whenever she recited this surah, Allah fixed her worries. One day, a nasty, lethal scorpion bit her son, as the poison of this scorpion was extremely harmful and doctors at the time had no cure. At the place where the scorpion had been beaten, she blew after reciting Surah Fatiha. Her son made a full recovery just as he had not been beaten by a scorpion.
In a hadith, it is stated that a few of the Prophet's companions visited and stayed in an Arab village. In the meantime, the village chief was bitten by one of the insects, scorpion, snake, or anything else, and fell to the ground in agony, and now he was struggling with poison. The villagers made every effort to assist him, but were unsuccessful. Then the locals went to the Prophet's companions and told them about what had happened. They took help from Quran. The companions of the Prophet started to recite Surah Fatiha, blowing and spitting on the beating region. This man was in anguish and was flipping left and right. After only a few times, he stood up like nothing had happened.
आपके इल्म में कि सूरत फातिहा के बारे में कहते हैं, सुना है कि सूरत फातिहा शिफा है। शिफा का माना क्या है? शिफा का माना हर वो दर्द हर वो तकलीफ, हर वो उलझन जिससे निकलने के बाद इंसान सुकून और आफियत महसूस करे, इसका नाम शिफा है। वो बीमारी की शक्ल में है, वो जादू की शक्ल में है, वो कर्जों की शक्ल में है, वो मर्जों की शक्ल में है, वो उलझनों की शक्ल में है, वो नाकामियों की शक्ल में है, वो जिंदगी तंग और बंद होने की शक्ल में है, वो रास्ते बंद हैं, वो मसाइल हल नहीं हो रहे, घर टूटा हुआ, जिंदगी उलझी हुई, हालात चकड़े हुए, और मैं अपनी जिंदगी में आगे बढ़ता हूं, पीछे करता हूं, ये समझ लें कि इसके पास शिफा नहीं है। और सूरत फातिहा शिफा है हर बंद राह के लिए, हर बंद रास्ते के लिए, हर उलझन के लिए, हर जंजीर के लिए, हर बैरियल के लिए, हर दीवार के लिए। अजब शिफा है।